which is in the Western Himalayas. It's the seat of the Tibetan government. The Dalai Lama lives. It's a small village on a hillside. You'll see some pictures of it. Most picturesque place in the world. I mean, it's Shangri-La. We set up a room, and we're backpacking, which basically cost us maybe $5 a each for both of us a day, and $10. We don't spend more than $10 a night for a room in a guest house, which is average price for backpackers. And it's a fan, mosquito netting, and a room. Nothing fancy, but nothing more.
Point out, this is all Tibet. Money's talking and drinking. This is Tibet. We were talking about later on.
While we're in Dharamsala, which is, we really got into the Tibetan culture. We stayed there a month itself. And it was a backpacker's haven. Every night, the coffee shops that Richard Gere's made famous and all those people, that just sit there and talk to anybody. And everyone speaks. You have to get to Tibet. And they draw out on a napkin the route, because the only way you get to really Tibet is through the tourist route. A 48-hour visa, you fly in, come out, cost you $800 a person, and you're in and out. Like I say, it's nonsense. These are all backpackers. They gave us a map on a napkin how to get through Vietnam, Laos, the back roads of China to Chengdu, and then get into Lhasa. So anyway, we put that in our pocket, spent a month in Dharamsala, finally get to Nepal, couldn't do half the hiking I wanted because now it's snowed in, it's like winter, but we climbed Saripuri, which one picture there, and you can see Mount Everest, and at night in Kathmandu, all the bars are full of trekkers from all over the world. It's such an international feeling, and you just sit, drink beer, and talk of stories that are amazing to us. And it's like a backpacker's haven in Kathmandu. There we decided we had to get to Tibet, which was now on our mind. We had to get a special visa for China, which was not really a tourist visa. It was a student type of visa that we were able to get in Thailand. So we were trying to get to Thailand. We couldn't pass the border of Nepal to Burma, which is the same fighting they have today. They were having then. So we did have to fly into Bangkok. And we're trying to do this trip without flying at all. Strictly boats, lorries, trains, oxen, from town to town, without flying. One for budgetary reasons, two for that's the backpacker's mode of travel. And believe me, we're the oldest backpackers. And the average age was 20 to maybe 30, mostly Australians and Europeans. Very few Americans, even one or two Americans are actually backpacking. And still blaming the Cardinals. In Bangkok, which we stayed, again, the Khoi San area. There's a bunch of, let's say, hippie area where everyone from all over the world, backpackers, are staying all they do is drinking beer all day. Streets are lined with people selling counterfeit CDs, books. And our daughter, who was living in London at that time, came to visit us in Bangkok, because she, that was her type of living here in Bangkok. And we're sitting there drinking beer, and she said, you got to get a student pass while you're here. The students, 60. Those are 60, we're not. I said, oh, don't worry, just get it. When you get to Australia, you'll need it. And she's kind of was more worldly, somewhat, than we were, because she was living in Australia and London at the time. So we get another, a counterfeit pass of ASU graduates. Anyway, we put it away. We fumble in. After we worked our way through Malaysia, Sumatra, in Indonesia, getting to Singapore, up through Malaysia, and flew. We had another flight we had to take. It was again from Singapore into Vietnam. Vietnam, and each area we spent Malaysia a month, everything we landed up, because we really got into the culture, we stayed on islands, seen fantastic areas. We got through to Vietnam. Vietnam took us a month, Laos took us a month. I didn't say take us a month, we made it take us a month. We integrated with the cultures in Vietnam. Everywhere we went, we were kind of involved with orphanages and children villages, the SOS children village we were working on here. In Vietnam we visited a leper colony. And we were doing, by the way, Beth Flo was involved with, in the hospital she worked for, with the media, so she knew the media, so Channel 12 asked us to do some filming and put on shows. So we did interesting places like Dharamsala and the Dalai Lama and Leper Village, putting on the 4:30 news. But anyway, we were doing filming and interviewing while we were traveling, and worked at different orphanages through that, not working and volunteering our time. The time we got through Vietnam, we headed to Laos. So it was fell in love with Laos. I mean, it's probably the poorest country in the world. And again, we are from Vietnam, the most bombed country. We had such a good time. And many of the different festivals, where we were baptized in the Mekong River. Fantastic times. And finally crossed into China, and we had this thing on a napkin. We took the back roads of China, 3 weeks. We got to Chengdu, and we were able to get that special visa, which would enable us to fly from Chengdu into Lhasa for like $100 round trip each on it, and gave us unlimited time in Tibet. We flew to Lhasa at 16,000 feet, and in Tibet was a bittersweet time for us there, what's happening and so on. We spent a month in Tibet. Probably the mainstay, if we had to say, of any interest of the trip we've taken. It was just so different there, and the situation that was going on, we got very much was involved. We left Tibet, we went back to Singapore, and we decided now we had, following our map, we're about 6 months into our trip now, 7 months. We wanted to do Indonesia. So we'll just kind of, okay.
While we're doing all of this,
Yeah, sure.
take some pictures. While we're doing all of this, we became really part of the community. The best part of all of this travel, by the way, this is all Tibet. The best part of traveling, as we did, as hard as it was at times, was that you get to know the people. And people is the name of the game. And so, anytime we had no place to stay, they said, stay with us. Like when we first started out in southern India, this was from a man who gave us his home. We still, to this day, do not know who he is.